Okay, we're gonna use that crosswalk to start. To start our 3-hour tour here of the town of Davidson, Cornelius, Lake, and Huntersville. I just got my squeaky cleats on today. Oh well. This ride starts out in Jeton Park. That's where we are right now. Absolutely beautiful fall day. I believe it's the 27th today, October 27th. And it's an absolutely exquisite day. I got off work a little bit early today so that I could finish this ride. And of course I'll make it up. The advantages of being a remote employee. But yeah, it is 23 degrees Celsius. So I've got summer clothes on essentially. Should be a really great fall ride. And the reason I'm saving it is so I can look at it later when I'm suffering indoors because it's pouring rain outside and I don't feel like fighting with the rain. It does happen here in North Carolina. I am not going to be pushing really hard today. You'll see that in my watts. My watts are going to be nice and low. Just wanted to go through and give a commentary on this particular ride. Some pointers about where to turn, where not to turn, where to refuel your water, etc. So if you're in the area, if you're in Lake Norman, North Carolina, stop in and do your own 3-hour tour. Ugh. My bike is a little bit creaky. I'm doing this ride on a Salsa Marrakesh from 2017. It's an adventure bike, a touring bike with a big old granny gear on it. It's not designed, it's comfortable. Kind of like a gravel bike with grandpa gearing. But I gotta tell you, in North Carolina and largely the South, what's this about? That granny gear comes in handy. You'll see there's a lot of hills. North Carolina is pretty much all hills. I swear. You can ride on that road out there pretty safely because it's a double lane. I've done it many times. But as you saw, you still get people that don't really observe it very well. Want to go out there yet? Absolutely gorgeous weather today. People with the weird turning though. I don't know what's up with that. This intersection is always easier than trying to cross elsewhere. All the intersections on this route that I've outlined are based on time, so you don't have to worry about your bike not getting picked up. It took a while for me to figure that out over time, you know. You don't always know. You sit there and wait and you run to red and then it turns green and you're like, what the hell? And you're holding your bike flat on the sensor sometimes works, but not always. So it's good to know. I mean, none of the lights that I know of are sensor based. They're all timer based. So if you're patient, this pub on the right up here, Jack's Corner Pub, across the street. It's another good place to park if you don't want to risk getting locked into Jeton Park, which technically closes at sunset, but they wait quite a while before they lock the gates. So that's good to know. If you want to park there, you know you're going to be meeting people later. You have a problem and you just don't want to risk it, you can park there instead. Go to the pub at the end or whatever. I prefer to start in the park. It's just more fun. There are parking spots outside of the park if you want to do that outside of the gates that are at the park, but it's kind of defeats the purpose of being in the park because you're not quite in the park. I don't like riding in front of that Publix just because traffic and pedestrians and stuff. So I'm not really warmed up, you know. We're going to be coming out on the road here. To the immediate right, you will see the trail exit where we will emerge later in 3 hours from now. There it is, right there. I almost want to call that deer trail because I've seen a deer there every day for the last 3 days. I'm scared of deer. This route that I like is not some of you pros out there might not like it. It's a little more scenic, you know. It goes in places that you might not want to go. Hey, hi. But I like that. I ride to relax and maybe stay fit a little bit. Lots of Halloween decorations out. Halloween is, most people will celebrate it tomorrow or the next day, I think. Technically, I think it's Monday, which is 3 days away or so. Hi. We have daylight savings time coming up next week. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that, actually. How I'm going to deal with it. Canceled my Zwift membership subscription, which you can always renew and pick up where you left off. Because my goal this winter is to go outside every day I can. It's not raining. I refuse to ride in torrential rain. There's hardcore people that do. I won't. Just not fun, especially when it's cold rain. If you have allergies to crepe myrtle, watch out for this road right here. It's all crepe myrtle. I call it the crepe myrtle gauntlet. I'm pretty allergic to it, pollen. I gotta shut up my cleat on the right, it's squeaky. I do not know why. See me? Good. Take a right here. Please don't turn, thank you. This bridge we're coming up on across 77 is one of the safer bridges, probably the safest. But you gotta time the cars right because people going on the highway tend to be in a hurry to the right. I recommend against the crosswalk because you have to go all the way down out of everyone's sight. When it's all backed up like this, it's actually kind of good. And it has a middle area here. I really love Catawba Avenue. If you're gonna ride with traffic, it's a fun one because you can keep up with traffic pretty easily. Right here is a little tricky because technically you come out in the turn lane. You got to get over. People usually let you over. Speeds are usually low, so you can't see it, but there's a bike lane here. Most people don't know it exists. But as I said, the speed zero is so slow, you can usually draft off the cars. It's really fun. Not always, but if you're gonna have cars, this is my favorite. way to have cars. Again, they don't know there's a bike lane, so you gotta never really trust it. Like, and you never know if they're gonna turn or whatever. This guy. Bike route, official bike route. You can go left, but that's a horrible bike route. Don't do that. I don't want to lose the draft here. The biggest fear is there'd be somebody turning right without a signal. Obviously. Bike lane ends right here, so use the road. Old Town Public House to the right. Great place to have a beer, but not yet. Used to run a company to the left out there called Skill Set Coating Arts. Whoa, it's a cop biker. I haven't seen that ever. That's the first time. We must be. Oh no, never mind. Thought we could make it maybe, but looks like no. That's fine, we can talk about this. So behind the gas station here to the right is a place called Parker Benner, Kent and Wayne, I guess. So, really great comic book store right there, right next to the CVS or the Walgreens right here. This area in front of us is called Antiquity. While I was living here, this whole place was built. There was nothing there, it was just field. Like 5 years ago. There's something like 10,000 people living there now. There's a Harris Teeter, a bunch of facilities there if you want, but mostly we're just gonna blow past it. This cross street here, what is it? What's the name of it? Forget. Maine, downtown Davidson, Maine. Yeah, Highway 115. Don't bike on that unless it's not a good one. There's no shoulder and the sidewalks are horrible. So. Come on, baby. Really? Looks like my camera got bumped again. Thought I fixed that. There we go. All right, we're gonna go to the left up here. Take you down into Jurassic Park. You can go straight here and you go left and blow all the stop signs if you want a road that's faster, or you can take Jurassic Park. I call it Jurassic Park because there is a tree that looks just like a brontosaurus almost right out of here. See if you can see it. There it is, right there. Kind of like a squirrel brontosaurus. I don't know. My camera keeps shaking. Alright. So this is a pedestrian trail, so obviously during the fall in the middle of the day like this, not middle, but like it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3 something, I don't know, what time is it, 3 something? You gotta be careful. You get the occasional e-bike over here, but not usually. Most of the time it's just nice people talking. Or people running. I don't know where she wants me to go. There we go. She smells good. I'm just saying. Now this is a relatively new wood bridge, antiquity bridge. Used to be a beaver dam right here. We're gonna go under the bridge just for fun. It does loop up though, because I want to show you. Really great. All right, now we're coming up to a fork, and you can go straight here. I suppose right, I guess. And it'll cut off all of Davidson, and it'll be exactly the same route. So if you want to cut like 20K off this route, you can do that. You're in a hurry or something. I used to do that all the time when I get a late start. There's lots of cars here because of the schools. That other, if you don't go under the bridge, you don't have to fight with traffic here. You know, you don't. You can just turn right out. You can go up and then avoid all the traffic and just go right on the road. So I just did that because I wanted to show you. Stupid thing. This cop knows me. I'm always here at the same time. I seriously, like literally every day. They must think I'm a bike commuter. Kind of am, actually. Bike commuter who works at home. Thank you. Mom, look at me. Really? Okay. There's another biker. Reminds me when I was a kid. I always felt special riding my bike. And so few kids did. Traffic's usually not this bad. I've never had to stop on this climb ever. There's a dog in the back of that car. Can you see the tail? That little girl on the sidewalk passed me. I just got dropped. Just got dropped by the 8-year-old. Look at her go, man. She's so cute. Don't you turn on her. What are we doing? Are we doing our thing? It's very weird. I've never had a congested intersection right there. That's the first time ever. First time I've seen a bike cop in South Carolina. I mean in North Carolina, period. There's another biker. Reminds me I need to get a helmet with a visor. Hey, let's see if we can catch up with the girl. She's gonna drop me. Gave her a thumbs up. I didn't want to make it weird. Ah! Ah! A flying ant made it into my glasses, past my safety glasses. I have no idea how. It was on my sunglasses. I have two sets of glasses on because I have to swap out the clears later. And the Rudy stuff doesn't work. Rudy Project stuff doesn't work for me. And that's the first time I've ever had that happen. Man, so many firsts today. What the hell? We're getting an emergency alert. My phone is giving an emergency alert. Amber alert or something. This is exactly the busy time. Anyway, this bug was on my sunglasses. Welcome to the town of Davidson, college town. We are going to take you on the college campus. Go around a little bit. There's so much traffic today. I guess I must have timed it exactly wrong. Alright, so yeah, they're always doing activities out there. It's like a green space. Yeah. Something's going on. People like doing things on Thursdays, don't they? Thursday is a popular day. Right, these bike lanes, don't let them fool you. Well, this parking here kind of makes it a... You gotta watch for those doors. I lost my front teeth to a car that was parked just like this, not here. And I did a U-turn. A left U-turn with no warning, right in front of me, and I face planted. First time ever for that. Lost some on my front teeth, 4 of them actually. Still, if I sound funny, that's why. Still waiting to replace them. This is a kind of a nice side entrance, a little bit less traffic. Davidson College. There's their little tiny football field. They're building a brand new one, big one. Not that I care. This is a stop sign that normally you should not blow because of that situation. You got blind. Yeah. Oh, thank you. You get blind. That blind corner there. I don't trust any drivers on this campus for obvious reasons. don't trust any driver ever, but here in particular, big old hill to bomb there, but we have to pay for it as usual. Lots of potholes and stuff, so you gotta watch. And we're on to Greek Lane. The frat houses and stuff, sororities. Too fast today to read all the license plates, but the people from all over the country here. Here's all the new construction I was talking about. If you feel like you can just keep climbing and go left, you don't have to do what I did. Same place. I don't know what's going on with that ant. That was so weird. I don't know, how the hell did he get in there? Squeaky cleat. You stopping? Thank you, buddy. I wonder if it's the spring that's making the noise. Probably can't hear as bad as I can. Hurt Hub, brick oven, restaurant. Hurt Hub is a tech center, work co-working space. We used to live in this exact neighborhood. At the end of the street straight ahead. We take a right though, so we can show you some of this little area. It's really pretty here. Squirrels fighting. Sounds remarkably close to my squeaky cleat. I'm going for it. Thank you. This one you definitely have to stop for. Very major road. Usually moms and dads that are late for picking kids up. Normally there's a lot of cars here. I don't know what's going on. either school got out already or hasn't gotten out yet. Postman, what are you doing, buddy? You going straight? No? Oh, god damn it. I'm glad I went. Glad I slowed down there. Oh, they haven't gotten out yet. I think they're getting ready to get out. Yeah, here's at least one car. This is a really beautiful area. We're slowing down and enjoying it. Especially this turn coming up right here. You see the lake out there on the highway. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, so beautiful. Reminds me of Charleston. If you ever get a chance to go to Charleston, the way they do this is they put all the garages in the back. So it's just nice, pretty fronts. Gorgeous lake view here. Let me show you the garage area. Hey, what's he doing? People look at me because of my chipmunk cheeks. Why does that guy have chipmunk cheeks? Hairy chipmunk cheeks. Is that his? I think it's something to do with my beard. The beard kind of holds it in place sometimes. Another stop sign to watch out for. This road is sometimes wall-to-wall cars coming back from picking the kids up and stuff. When it is, you can either go on the sidewalk, or if you don't want to slow down, you can ride the double line. It's actually safer to ride the double line in the middle than edge, because they'll run you right into the curb. They're not paying attention on their phones and stuff. There's the house I used to live in, right to the right, to the left actually. It's really bad now. It was better before. And here we are. We are in a bike lane area. Assuming they see the bike lane. There it is. I don't understand though. This bike lane goes in the middle of the road. It's like, what car is going to see that? And so they could add car parking for the park here. But it's okay. Fun place to paddleboard if you want to sneak on the lake to the right. Right here you can go around, put your paddle on the water there. No one will see. They won't get mad at you. If you try to do that in Spinnaker Cove, which is coming up to the right, or Spinnaker Point, which is the apartments, the Karens will come out and yell at you. Yeah, so just know about that. If you like to paddle, I do. I love to paddle. I'm going to... Alright, we're coming up to a roundabout. We're going to take a right and go around the industrial park. But I'm actually going to stop into the bike shop and see if they can silence the squeak. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and I'll hop right back in after this. Okay, so I wanted to show you, you can tell by the GPS if you look at this route. Here it is, the Spirited Cyclist. This shows up on Strava. It's actually not where they have it in downtown Davidson. It's down here by that turn that I was just on, okay? And they were super kind. They just let me borrow some Triflow, and looks like I've shut up my squeak. Apparently I just had to put a little bit on the top, the front and the back side of it on the surface, and that seems to shut up the squeak for now. Knock on wood. So here we're going back to the roundabout that I left you on, and we're going to go back on our normal route. But I wanted to show you the Spirited Cyclist. They are by far my favorite bicycle store in the region. Been extremely knowledgeable. They have really great group rides, fun people. They don't take themselves too seriously, but yet they still take things seriously, you know, just enough serious. They're really great people. Strongly recommend you go check them out. And they can set you up. Ask for Jeff, by the way. Jeff is kind of a superstar on my live stream because we've met him a couple times on live stream. He helped me get a light once and he's just a really nice guy. We'll probably see him at Critical Mass tomorrow. Here's Spinnaker Point. We also just passed the trailhead. If you want to stop and walk down to the water, we passed that. That's at the border of before we get to that part. Spinnaker Point is the place you do not want to go down to the water, even though it's really inviting right here. No trespassing, and they will come yell at you. They hate people visiting their area. Apartment full of Karens. Kind of sad actually, but whatever. Stay positive, Rob. There's nothing really interesting to see down to the right. This is a kind of an industrial park. To the left you have, you know, some good stuff. How are we doing? Okay. It might be tempting to go down the path there. It's really too narrow, and they don't really maintain it very well, so it's not worth it. There's a lot of power washing, a lot of tree cutting, arborist kind of activities, a lot of leaf blowing. The only downside of this time of year. Now to the right is the highway entrance to I-77, so be careful here. People don't look, but you can usually time it right. Bike lane here, beautiful bike lane. Can't go past the buses. Gotta wait for them. We actually have to turn right here though, so we're okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna hold our breath. Are you ready? 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 And oh my God. I can't breathe. Whew. Please God, let them invent electric engines for that stuff. It was kind of like a boss. We defeated the 2-cycle engine boss. All right, another time for a little break. If you're serious and you're pushing PRs and you want to keep your heart rate up, take a left. If you want to have a nice scenic rest, take a right. This is so gorgeous, I can't even tell you. I know, it looks all run down, right? Wrong. Wait. Oh, wait, okay, here it is. God, look at that gorgeous lake. Absolutely beautiful here. I would love to live here. People are very nice here. I once was on the trail I'm about to show you, and I told them, "Oh, I'm sorry," because I thought it was a private trail. It's actually not. It's public. And said, "Hey, that's no problem. You want to come have a beer?" And I declined, which I now regret. So there's the trail right there. See, there's actually a place to lock your bike up right there. This is, so you get on that trail and it winds around. Super beautiful. Should we do it? Should we do it? No, because then we have to go through the gauntlet again. Anyway, you can go discover that for yourself. It's really gorgeous. There is one place you have to portage your bike though, so if you have a heavy bike, it's very, very short. You just have to be able to lift your bike up like for like 2 feet, 2 or 3 feet, because it crosses a stream. That's a beautiful area. If you want to get down to the water, that goes right down to the water. real estate here is Davidson is at a premium. So this used to be a lumber yard. Now they're putting in another townhomes. Very, very hard to find a place to live in here, Davidson. Bunch of insider trading. I love these houses here though. Pretty busy street here, one-way stop, so make sure you look. Davidson Community Park coming up on the right. Beautiful park. Beautiful garden, sorry. Reminds me, on this route there are several places you can see people put out free food, free veggies and stuff from the garden during harvest season. I've gone home with like a bag full of tomatoes and cucumbers before. It's kind of cool. Air raid siren. To the left is Ada Jenkins Center coming up. Yeah, you're gonna cut that corner, huh? I saw you. Ada Jenkins, the center for those less fortunate kids, stuff, families. They have an after-school program for families that have single income. This is a fun hill to bomb, but watch the turn at the end. People coming and they take it wide all the time. Beautiful area though, huh? This big hill to the right is solid asbestos. That's why it says no trespassing. There was an asbestos mill which turned into an asbestos cleanup facility later. There's people, longtime people in Davidson won't touch anything grown from the ground here or within the region because of this. They found a bunch of this stuff in that park, Roosevelt Park, that we were looking at. They had to close the park. And there's the Express. It's funny, just yesterday I saw exactly the bus at exactly the same time. I do ride pretty much at the same time consistently. That's the reasons. There's an old railroad station. Let's see if this guy's gonna wait. Is he gonna let me go? Just don't know what they're gonna do. Downtown Davidson here, Main Street. It'll be pretty busy right now, but if you want a scenic dive bypass, you can go right here, right there. Otherwise, you can go down the main street. Just ride with cars. Probably not worth it riding on this sidewalk. We could turn left here, but we're not. We're gonna go straight, which is, if you get a red light, it's easier that way. We're gonna go left at this right up here, at this light up here. If it's red, you can kind of cheat right here because it's all sidewalk. Oh, as soon as I did that, it turned green, of course. There's a CVS if you need to get a drink or whatever. And then just be careful, but you can go. Alright, so we were on this road already, so that's a full loop of Davidson that we just did. And we're just about at 20 kilometers, so we are going to enter the outskirts of Davidson into Cornelius now. Heading to River Run, probably the most popular place to bike in all of this area. I run into cyclists there constantly. We will probably, I don't know, maybe not. It's Thursday night. This is one of the nights when they do it, when they do their group rides. But I think I'm a little early to run into them. There's some repaving going on here. Stop. Hardly. Dead end, but still, I've seen cars here a lot. Cross country team. They let buses out at Jetown Park all the time too, using cross country team runs. We're gonna run this because there's no turn here. Those electric cars sound like space age sci-fi. You gotta watch this downhill. This is pretty blind, and you don't want to go into the oncoming traffic at the bottom. There's usually people there stopping. It's pretty blind. Sometimes there's water right here. Go straight there if you want, but it's nice. There is a trail down there, but it's pretty busy and goes the same place. If you want to cut off the trail though, coming up here on the left and then a quick right, you can get on the trail. It's a four-way stop, so I blow it all the time. You can actually go right on the trail here coming up, and that will cut over to a road that's got a high school on it and stuff. There's a lot of routes you can do there if you don't want to do the full loop. I'm gonna go straight here today. Normally I'd turn right there, but I think I'm considering changing this. I'm gonna go straight from now on because it's just kind of annoying. The traffic there is pretty bad. That turn is pretty hard because of the roads really maintained poorly at that turn, so straight might be the way to go. Hooks up with this other road again here. Hey, Subaru. Looks like mine. I have a blind turn here now though. This is the road that we would have been on. And we definitely want to watch for cars here because they don't have a stop. Yeah, I like that much better. Much better roads. Where we stop, we're going left. Pretty busy little four-way stop though. I'm gonna just go say this person the indecision. There's another flyby. Hey. Nice flyby. All right, major road here. You don't want anywhere near this road. Davidson Concord. It's a through road with no stop. And River Run. Here we are. Very happy bike community. Bike lanes everywhere, big golf course. On the right, there's a watering station. There's also a pump and some tools if you're in a desperate, you need them. This is some pretty intense rolling hills there, so I never know where to keep the chainring. This entire place is full of hills. And you don't want to blow up too early because there's lots of hills coming still. Hey. Hill intervals. Whew. Don't turn in front of me. Thank God. Good old blinking light. Thank God I got it. Oh, here comes some killer hills. Ouch. Another one. Oh my God. Oh. One more. One more. Two more. All right. Here it is. Oh God. Whew. What do we call that? The Three Sisters? Why are they sisters? I don't know. The Three Sisters of Pain. E-bike. There's no E in this bike. Such a great day for this. Really great nature trail there. You can use that to cut off stupid camera mount. You can cut over here too. That one, and I think the next road, all of them cut over. You're on a group ride and you want to kind of get a shortcut. No, that was it. This is the long way. Young families. Those are fun. Lap 6. there's a trail here. It comes out, it loops around. There's a nice water place right there. Don't go through the nature preserve on the map to the far left of me because it's closed to bikes. People do it, but it's close to bikes. There's a few ways through this suburb here. I personally think straight is better, having done it lots, because there's so much traffic on this particular one. Sorry, I'm gonna do a little alley cat here. Because it's just, that road has got so much traffic on it usually. Because it's the fastest way through, you know. At least you get to see this nice sunset here. It's got a better view. Hey, who cares about the bike lane, right? It's arguably a harder climb if you go this way, but that's okay. Bike lane, except for random entitled truck drivers. Rup, rup. Beautiful though, huh? Hello. This road's a tough one. Sometimes it's awesome, sometimes it's horrible. There's no shoulder, but it tends to be slower. Somehow we missed traffic on here. I don't know how, but we did. Of all the places I've seen cars almost head on, it's been on the next probably 2 kilometers. They just go screaming past completely in the other lane on a blind turn with a double line. They just don't care. Yesterday this guy had to slam his brakes to keep from hitting the other guy. So be really vigilant, but don't freak out too bad. As usual, if you have a radar, you're set, right? As long as you keep looking at it. See what I mean? See, there's a guy coming screaming past me from behind. He just barely showed up on the radar. Here he comes. See what I told you? Does not even care about the double line. They just don't care. I used to... Here we go again. There's another one. Complete idiots. The road is not usually this bad. It's so pretty too. There's these horses up here. Most people on this road are slow drivers. They're not idiots. Most people. Look at that horse. What a sky for today, huh? God, look at that scene, man. It's worth it. Facing off that farm, traditional farmhouse. One time there was a black horse to the left here, just running around like a dog, like running around the living room. He was just so happy, making all kinds of noise. There he is. Wish I knew his name. He's a really nice horse. There we go. Somebody who actually slowed down for once behind me. I think it's probably Sunday that this road doesn't have anybody on it. But compared to some of the other roads that people ride in this area, Presbyterian and stuff, this is nothing. Every time I pass this upside down horse thing here, I always want to flip it right side up. This is probably the worst turn of them all. Usually because I'm going slower. We're going to be on empty farm road in about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be off of this. All right, now stuff coming up looks scary, but it's not as bad as it looks, especially if you have a radar. The secret is to give them as much room as you can. I mean, if you're lucky, half the time when I do this next segment, there's actually nobody in my radar because of the lighting, the way the light time's out. So like right now, might not be the best time to start it because everybody just got a green light, right? Yeah, but there's like quite a few people there, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Again, there is a shoulder here, so just stay in it. Don't panic. It's not very long. Right up here at this light, it gets a little tricky because they can't go around you into the turn lane. So it's literally you and no shoulder. In fact, right here where this island is, I think it's the most dangerous part of this whole segment right here. Because, and if you look here, you can see cars that have gone off the road here a lot. Thankfully, I don't have any car behind me right there. That's how you know it's dangerous. So, but after this island, it's time to get over. If you can get over into that no man's land in the middle, you're good to go. And I got a clear radar, so I'm going. Because we're going to be turning left up here. Don't get too close to the other guys, you just never know. I've had a rock kicked up and hit me in the foot. My sandals on here before. We're going left here, so I don't think anybody's going to mind us being in the middle. If you want to shave mileage off again, you can go right here instead. Go past the high schools, kind of circle back. This takes us down into, you know, David's Lake. What do I want to say? Oh, there's the free garden stuff. Did you see that? This is going to take us into Huntersville. So I think we're in Huntersville now officially. This is one of my favorite roads. This is a very historic road. Black Farms. We're going to pass Black Farm here. Beautiful road. I regularly pass, coming on the other side of me, I regularly pass entire pelotons of group riders coming from the south or returning from the north. There's two major bike clubs here. There's one that meets at Huntersville and another one that meets at Spirited Cyclist in Davidson. And I've seen both of them on these trails a lot, on these roads. Here it is. Here's Black Farms. Here's Black Farm. This is where radar really pays off, man. You can enjoy the road. Black Farm, established 1823, Bicentennial Farm, regional grain silo. Gorgeous, huh? Oh, maybe more free food. What do they got here? No, politics. Somebody's doing construction. There's another farm up here, actually. And this is white picket fences. Heinz Feet Farm. I'm going to save some in the tank here because there's some pretty big hills coming up. There's like midget horses to the right there. What's with the water? Maybe break a water main? It's kind of weird. I wonder if that's what the construction was. If you're having a hard time with the city, you can go up that sidewalk and then just cut over. Here's the cutover right here. The road to watch out for. Record. Not too long, and they just added a bike lane to it. But still, cars can get going really fast. But they can also see you. There's a new bike lane. I just put that in last week. Huntersville is really great about spending money on infrastructure that I agree with. I have a blind corner here. It's one to watch out for. I don't like the ones where you have to climb and you're on a blind corner because you have to go slower, you know. Still got a clean radar though. Somebody's coming. I'm going into the turn lane. Kind of risky because yeah. Because they're turning, see? They just don't think that they have to signal. Who cares about that? God. Whew. It's like some kind of chemical that knocked me out. And here begins Alp de Whittington. It's not the major part of it, it's coming up. It's a pretty intense climb. Those particular speed humps, you gotta watch yourself. You can catch your pedal on the asphalt of the hill. I've done that before. Kind of keeping some in the tank here because we have a killer climb coming up. On zone 2 days, I have no problem granny gearing this on my adventure bike. I mean, I don't think there's any shame, you know, getting a triple chainring in America, or the equivalent of that in North Carolina, because the hills are so crazy gradients. Here we go. 9% at the top. Whew. You can do either this one or the next one. I prefer this one. I think there's a detour going on, so I guess you have to. We'll climb at the end of this one too, but it's not bad. Oh boy. Recovery. We lucked out on the traffic on that circle. We are 41 kilometers in, hour and 53 minutes. Another 20 to go. This is usually when I look at the sky and see, do I have time for a beer? I like rewarding myself on a ride daily. How's that view, friends? God bless the kickstand. It turns my bike into a portable tripod. Assuming I can get it to work. Alright, I'm gonna go down here and relax. Take my sandals with me. Should I sing the Mr. Rogers theme? Since we're together, we might as well say, come on, stay still. All right. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? There's nowhere to sit. All right, I'll sit right there. Burke 1 and Burke 2. These clocks are awesome, but they're so uncomfortable. Ouch! Cramp! Under the rib cage cramp. You ever have one of those? Ouch. That hurt. You know why they're so hard to get off? Because they're leather and I didn't wear socks. They're probably gonna stink too. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna have to put some odor eater or whatever in there. Where's my hat? Alright, pause for sound transfer. Somebody's happy. That's what happens when you go outside. You get happy. Amazing what can happen.
I'm going to put my Mr. Rogers glasses back on, take my sunglasses off. There we go. See? Wait, where's my beer? Shh, don't tell anybody I have beer. I don't think I'm supposed to have beer here, but I don't remember reading anything that says I can't. And the other day I found a Corona lid right here, so. Well earned. Maybe your reward isn't beer, maybe it's non-alcoholic, and maybe it's fucking Red Bull, but you know, do something to reward yourself. Should we walk down by the water? You want to hear that? Let's do that. This is why we do this. This is why I do this. Look at how gorgeous it is. Hopefully you can still hear. What a gorgeous little park. Bellum would be telling me what flight that is. One of my community members. Apparently there's a website you can go look up every single flight at the exact location. Oh my, I do miss having the, you know, that live aspect of it. Live chat. But I don't regret the decision to make these 4K videos. Hope you don't either. I figure if you're going to make it, you might as well, if you're going to put it on YouTube, it might as well be worth keeping. And the stuff, the live streams that I save on YouTube are definitely not worth keeping, most of them. The clips are. The clips are kind of interesting, but hey, squirrel. The squirrel's coming to check my stuff out. What the hell, squirrel? I should probably turn my light off, huh? I know. Ow. It hurts. It hurts. Bright light. There. Oh, there we go. This is actually kind of a nice little seat right here. I'll have to back the bike up next time. Should we look at our stats? What do the stats say? Shall we look? Weather observed at 6:14 p.m. 24 degrees Celsius. It's still 24 degrees. Can you believe that? -24 degrees Celsius at 6:14 in the app. This is why North Carolina is not as bad as people think. People move to North Carolina from New York all the time because they're called halfbacks. Because they normally used to go to Florida for the winter from New York, and then they decided, nah, we weren't going to go all the way back to New York, and they ended up landing in North Carolina because it's kind of in the middle, temperature-wise. I mean, this is insane. I am in shorts on October, what's the date? 20, whatever the hell. Is it 20? I don't know. Okay, so 7 p.m. is 21 degrees. Hey, Pooch. And then we have 18 degrees after that, and then 17 degrees at 10, 16 degrees at 11, so. Yeah, it's not going to get below 15 degrees tonight, which is insane if you compare it to like California. I mean, to like Canada or something. Mm-hmm. Huh. Huh. Set a target, race, and activity. Mountain. W. What's W? Did I rename it on accident? I did. I think it must. I think I renamed race on accident. I didn't mean to. There's indoor too. What the hell was that? I don't know what's going on. I did. I renamed it somehow. How did I do that? Boomer screws up his computer. Huh. It got renamed. I didn't rename it. I swear to God. R. I guess we should put road. That's what I'm trying to put. How do I delete? R-O-A-D. A-D. Well, I'm sure you don't want to watch this. I'm sure half of you have already checked out. So, that gorgeous sunset is a great place for us to end. I don't have any questions to talk about. The plan is to answer your questions from the comments and to have a little conversation. A little recap at sunset. And to live stream this part of it actually someday. I hope to be able to grab my live stream rig out of the car and live stream the sunset part of it, in addition to putting it into the YouTube 4K thing. But that's going to require 2 cameras. So I'm working on that. That is the plan, though. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave you. I'm going to leave you today. Thank you for joining me on this trek. Just to remind you what our... Well, you can go look at the Strava thing. I'm sure you've seen it already. And you will have seen the stats on the screen at this point. So that's my goal anyway. My beer's gone. Time for me to go. Put a good day's work in. Play hard, work hard, everybody. See you next time.